Here's Brody Brazil.
You know, I'm really trying not to come across as that old guy, that person in their 40s here on YouTube who's saying, why does baseball need so many hats anyway? Why can't New Era just stick to the classics, make every team's individual hat their primary hats, maybe some alternate hats, some City Connect hats, and just stick to that? But I gotta say, with their recent endeavors, including this brand new MLB Overlap 5950 collection, New Era, the hat company, I mean, they've done such a great job over the decades. They make a great hat. They really do. But they keep getting themselves in trouble. And maybe you've seen a little bit of this around the internet in the last 24 hours or so. But I'm going to go into detail on why these hats keep getting New Era in more trouble than, quite honestly, they should. I don't even understand how something like this happens. And I take it back to September of 2024. I believe this hat for the then Oakland A's came out on September 24th, 2024, which was 2 days before this team would play their last ever game in the city of Oakland. Talk about a little bit of a distraction there going on, but they come out with the word is infamous, right? Famous for a bad reason. That's the definition of infamous. They come out with the ASS hat. Yeah, I mean, I can see it plain as day. Can't you? Who would allow this to be designed, fabricated, approved, sold, like the image is uploaded to the point of sale, the website, the team store, all that stuff? Like, who keeps allowing this to happen and doesn't say, whoa, like we might have a problem with all of that. We got to stop this. Have you seen this? Anyway, ultimately, they did pull the sale of this hat, but not before I think a few got out in the wild. Nonetheless, the image is certainly going to persist forever. So this was September of last year, and now we're not even 6 months ahead? And I'm not going to say this because, well, yo hablo español solamente un poco, pero yo no soy tonto. I know what that means. And I'm going to give New Era a little bit of credit because I'm not sure everybody's a Spanish speaker or would know all the Spanish slang words, but this hat instantly had to be pulled from production and sale, and all images pulled off of the various retail websites across Major League Baseball. Yeah, because of a little problem here. I'll turn to ESPN.com for the full story. A hat has been pulled from the Texas Rangers and Major League Baseball online stores after it was discovered that a mashup of the team's cap and jersey logos created the appearance of a vulgar word in Spanish. The hat, which is part of New Era's Overlap 5950 collection, has the Rangers block T that appears on the team's cap superimposed over the middle X in the block Texas logo that usually appears on the front of their jerseys. They're just trying to give you the visual without showing it and explain exactly what these hats are. And that is what these hats are. It's usually the logo across the chest or the main wordmark logo of the team matched with what they typically wear on the hat. And we'll get into designs and trying to do too much in just a second. I mean, I can read, and there's a number of different ways you can play that. You know, I know I probably don't need the telestrator here, but just for effect, let me just have this one with the telestrator, please. Really? I read that and I say, is it read that way or that way? And either way, that's not great for the Astros. The Houston Astros, who once had a problem being teased as the Lastros, as in last in the American League West when they moved to the division in the 2010s, and they won a couple World Series and helped themselves win a couple World Series along the way. Bang, bang, shall I say? And so they get criticized, and now that hat. And oh my goodness. I'm going to change to the blue color pen here. I think you can see what's going on here, and as somebody pointed this out, and I'm not going to say it, right? I keep this YouTube channel squeaky clean. I'm probably showing you this image is as close as I'm going to get to translating what you can pretty easily depict here on the screen. One of the best social media comments was, wow, the Angels are flying pretty close to the sun right there. I mean, do Do you wear that? Like even if you like the Angels and you kind of see what's going on here, and it just, for somebody who does a double take across your hat, like, well, what? That's what they're going to see, probably, with the main letters they see on the screen. What I see, yeah, and I know what you see on the screen. Anyway, good luck getting that Angels hat. I bet you that's next to be pulled from the production line. The Boston Bourbons, at least it looks like bourbon, I guess. How do you spell bourbon? Is there, I should know, is there B-O-U-R, bourbon? Is that what we need to do to make it bourbon? But again, it's just like, it's a busy hat. Maybe, and if I could critique this, maybe what they should have done is tone down a little bit some of the, and I'm trying to pick the right color here, tone down some of the text color here in the background, right? To make that pop. Right? To make that pop and then kind of like fade this out or make it monochrome in the background. Maybe that's along the lines of what they should be doing here. Otherwise, it's just all the same colors and it kind of all blends in and me. Oh, I used a blue pen, you dummy. How about green? Me. I mean, I know it's Miami back there, but when you put a couple big M's across each other, you get 1, 2, 3 M's. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's fashionable. And I've seen the hats. I've seen the hats with, can I draw this upside down like this? I've seen the hats with the upside down LA logo. I've certainly seen the A's logo upside down. I get it. They're messing with hats. A new era is trying to experiment, probably a little bit too much, like they're trying too hard right here. The narwhals. Now, this is something I can get behind. Fun fact, I actually, for most of my adult life, thought narwhals were mythical creatures. It wasn't until I was reading a book to my son a few years ago, and I realized that narwhals were real. In the movie Elf, hey, buddy, hope you find your dad, right? Yeah, I thought that was like, oh, yeah, because narwhals aren't real. They can talk because they're not real. Narwhals are real, Brazil, and you're an idiot. Anyway, the Washington Narwhals, and, honestly, like if you really want to get critical here about the Washington Nationals logo, who shops at Walgreens? Oh, look at the trace job I just did there. Wish it wasn't in yellow. Like, that still looks like the Walgreens logo to me. I'll never shake that. So let's get to my takeaways. You've waited long enough for this. And again, I don't mean to be the old guy, but are hats just like too boring? Did the hats that the players wear on the field, like which is the same 5950 hat, like it's a really good form-fitting hat. The fit and finish on this 5950 hat, it's the one the players wear on the field, but they're doing all these designs with them. Are the ones they wear on the field just too boring to sell to a certain degree? Like you've got the main hats, the alternate hats, the City Connect hats. You could just keep it at that. You don't need to go 10 steps beyond and keep releasing all these new series that are like, whoa, that's busy. Remember when they had hats? I want to say an A's hat, and I took exception to this. They started making an A's hat in 2021 or 2022 with the Golden Gate Bridge on the side of it. Like who is, and I guess that's kind of my next point here. Nobody is overseeing the process from design to production, right? The evolution of how this goes. And then ultimately, even when New Era makes it and says, hey, teams, put this on your website, nobody's like, we probably shouldn't do this. Nobody stops them. Like, there's no filter here. This is like somebody firing off posts and tweets for social media without actually, I don't know, checking what they're writing. Like this, it's kind of reckless. And my point in all of this is like nobody's there to say, wait, we should stop. I wonder what designs do get stopped. If some of these get out in the free world, the A's ASS hat, or what you just saw with the Texas hat, or obviously the Angels hat gets pretty spicy, so to speak. So again, I'm not saying that New Era just needs to stick to the basics, but now we're just getting a little bit too stretched out here. We're going too far maybe in all of this. By the way, did you know that this hat, this what's it called? I forgot the name of it. We'll see it in just a second. This hat is selling for almost $45. I wasn't aware. I haven't bought a proper 5950 hat in a while. Do they all go for that much? There's a lot of stitching on this. Seems like a lot. And the last point I want to make, if you think I'm over-exaggerating all of this, look, the hat is important to Major League Baseball. It's one of the things that a casual fan can wear kind of wherever they go is a hat. And it takes a lot, right, to put on a football jersey or a basketball jersey or a hockey sweater. But baseball has it easy that they not only have the jersey, which, yeah, not a lot of people wear around town all the time, but the hat is easy. The hat is something that is so timeless and classic and special to baseball. It's something that the players wear on the field that you can wear down the street in every walk of life. And so you got to keep the hats looking sharp and tight and interesting and relevant and not dumb. Hats are important. Don't mess too much with this part of what baseball is. And I'm not saying don't expand and branch out and be creative. We need to have that stuff, but make it really good creative, not dumb creative, not just we're doing it because we think we can. The overlap collection, that's what it was called. That was bugging me. Don't just do this stuff to do it. Like, make it cool, make it widely appreciated. Despite the controversy and all of this with Texas especially, I didn't see anybody raving and being like, that's the coolest hat I've ever seen. And that right there might be the biggest problem with all these hats. Let me know what you think about the hats. Comment section down below. Also, thumbs up for this video. Wow, it'll help me and this video and this channel. Maybe I'll speak better the next time. And one more request, if you would, go down there and subscribe to this channel. We're just about to crack 70,000. Congrats to everybody on your contributions there, and I can't wait to see more of you. So subscribe now. Would love to see you back here next time.